The Islamic Republic of Iran is serious and prepared for any scenario. If the scenario involves defending the country, in military and defensive terms, it is fully serious. If the scenario involves negotiation and dialogue, it is equally serious. The composition of the delegation fully conveys this seriousness. The fact that the head of one of our branches serves as the head of the Iranian negotiating team, along with the delegation's makeup, clearly demonstrates the importance of the matter. At this round of negotiations, a demand means that we essentially have a new agenda and a new set of claims by Iran, ranging from the issue of war to other betrayals that have been committed against society and the Iranian nation by the U.S. We hope, God willing, that with the seriousness present in the Iranian delegation and with the upper hand that has been achieved in military terms through the unity and national cohesion forged in the current war, we will reach the desired results. The Islamic Republic of Iran is serious and prepared for any scenario. If the scenario involves defending the country, in military and defensive terms, it is fully serious. If the scenario involves negotiation and dialogue, it is equally serious. The composition of the delegation fully conveys this seriousness. The fact that the head of one of our branches serves as the head of the Iranian negotiating team, along with the delegation's makeup, clearly demonstrates the importance of the matter. We have had good capacities in all rounds in past eras, but this time, due to the good victories we achieved in the war and national unity, we are present in negotiations and talks with a superior hand. The Americans have not achieved their strategic goals and have suffered major defeats so far, and this creates a great capacity for the Islamic Republic of Iran. Controlling and effectively governing Iran and the Strait of Hormuz is a key tool that has been created, and these circumstances have led them to the negotiating table. And, of course, there are other reasons as well. These two aspects are the prominent and distinct features of this round of mercenaries compared to the previous one.
All eyes are on Pakistan as diplomats from the United States and Iran meet in Islamabad for the highest-level negotiations since the Islamic Revolution of 1979. According to Iranian state television, Tehran is taking a hard line at the negotiating table, drawing red lines for what it calls lasting peace in the Middle East. The Iranian delegation has laid out 4 non-negotiable conditions during talks with Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Islamabad, according to the Tasneem news agency, which is linked to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. At the top of the list is control over the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow but critical route through which about 1/5 of the world's oil and LNG shipments pass. Tehran is seeking recognition of its authority over the strait, including the power to control access and even collect transit fees from global shipping. Second, Iran is demanding full war reparations from what it calls the aggressor. Third, it is seeking the unconditional release of its blocked assets. And then comes a major geopolitical condition, a full ceasefire in Lebanon. Tehran is making it clear there will be no deal without de-escalation on all fronts. For the United States, these demands pose a serious challenge. If Washington accepts them, it risks shifting the balance of power in the region. A 14-day ceasefire may be in place, but war tensions are still simmering. All eyes are now on Islamabad, where diplomacy faces its toughest test yet. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif met U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance in Islamabad today. His office said that peace talks to end the Middle East war have commenced. In a statement, the Prime Minister's office said, "As the Islamabad talks commenced today, the Prime Minister of Mohammed Shehbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, held a meeting with His Excellency J.D. Vance, Vice President of the United States of America." The Prime Minister reiterated that Pakistan looks forward to continuing its facilitation of both sides in making progress towards sustainable peace in the region.
This is a stunning twist in an already volatile crisis because Iran now faces a dangerous and self-inflicted obstacle that could derail fragile diplomacy and disrupt one of the world's most critical oil lifelines. According to a report by the New York Times, Iran is currently unable to fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz, not because of external pressure, but because it cannot locate all the sea mines it deployed during the height of the conflict. This revelation has sent shockwaves through diplomatic and energy circles because the Strait of Hormuz carries roughly a fifth of the world's oil supply, making any disruption a global concern with immediate economic consequences. The situation is further complicated by mounting pressure from Donald Trump, who has warned Tehran to reopen the waterway quickly or face serious consequences, raising the stakes ahead of crucial talks.
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. The answer is yes, but the strait will open up. If we just left, the strait's going to, otherwise they make no money. So the strait's going to open, but what we have is no nuclear weapons, but we'll open the strait anyway. Don't forget, we don't use the strait. Other countries use the strait. So we do have other countries coming up, and they'll help out, but we don't use it. It won't be easy. It won't be. I would say this: we will have that open fairly soon.
What's your backup plan?
What's
your backup plan if there's no deal open?
You don't need a backup plan. We have the military is defeated. Their military is gone. They have, we've degraded just about everything. They have very few missiles. They have very little manufacturing capability. We've hit them hard. Our military is amazing, the job they've done.
Those high-stakes negotiations between the United States and Iran are expected to take place in Islamabad, where the inability to secure the strait could overshadow any progress toward de-escalation. Reports suggest that Iran deployed these mines using small boats shortly after joint US and Israeli airstrikes, but officials now admit that the placement of many of these mines was either poorly recorded or deliberately designed to drift, making them extremely difficult to track. In some cases, the mines may have moved significantly from their original positions, effectively turning the waterway into an unpredictable and highly dangerous zone for commercial and military vessels alike. US officials have described the mining operation as haphazard, raising serious questions about operational planning and the long-term consequences of such tactics in a vital maritime corridor. Despite agreeing to reopen the strait as part of a ceasefire arrangement, Iran has now issued warnings through its Revolutionary Guard, advising ships to avoid the main channel and instead use alternative routes to reduce the risk of collision with hidden mines. This has created a paradoxical situation where the strait is technically open but functionally restricted, forcing global shipping to navigate longer and potentially riskier paths through one of the most strategically sensitive regions in the world. The Strait of Hormuz, which connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and beyond, is not just another shipping lane because it is a lifeline for global energy markets, with countries like India relying heavily on its uninterrupted flow. According to UK analysts, Strait of Hormuz will only open if Iran wants it to.